Hello and welcome to my channel. We are working on things for this journal today. I have started to put things in it, but we need a few more things to fill this up. So let's start. I have picked out some old papers. This has been the first and the last papers in an 1800 old book, and I love the paper. It's kind of rag paper, strong, and it's kind of pattern with some stripes. I don't know if you can see it, so it looks a bit special. Maybe if I keep it, holding it on something dark. It looks like a really old correspondence paper that they had in the old days. This is a piece from a embroidery pattern book that I have eco-dyed, and we are going to use some pieces of that and some eco-dyed textile to have in front of in the back of these decorations. I want some belly bands and maybe some corner pockets. So I'm just going to check the measurement for one of the big pages so that we don't do them too big. So let's take it off, kind of there. Which way was it now? This way or that way? This way, yes. Better check twice than getting it wrong. So let's do 3 different ones. Decorate them now and do some maybe embroidery or sewing on them later. I don't know if you have had time to see my post earlier today. I have been taking apart old wallpapers, and I haven't done that before. I have been a bit afraid to put them in water, but now I took them and laid them in my sink and soaked them, and that way I could pull them apart, and it was 9 different layers on them. So 9 different patterns of wallpaper. You can go back and check my post earlier today if you want to see how they look. I'm going of course to use them in my journals, so that will be fun. I need to iron them first, so soon. just some pattern. Let's just do some mark making. Thinking about a little bit of stamping maybe. Take this one instead. This is just this kind of stuff you correct writing with. We call it Tippex in Sweden, but I think that is not your name on it out in the world. Correction fluid, maybe. Dries quickly and is not transparent. It will cover up as it should do. That way it's perfect to have on as decoration like this. if you don't need it to be thin like a pen. And it dries matte and is rather cheap. And it says rapid, so it will dry quickly. But we can start with this one that is just with some distress ink on. This is some kind of textile that I bought years ago for some Halloween. I think it was kind of for spider net or something like that. It's a little bit like cheesecloth, but not so difficult to handle. It's a bit more straight. Doesn't crumble as much as cheesecloth. But you can still make shapes of it like this. I think we should have maybe something darker so we can see it a little bit more. Distressing the lace a little bit. Or destroying. Wow, it's strong. Feels like I'm moving the camera. Maybe it's my hands that are weak. We'll never know. Would maybe use some waxed paper just for fun. These are just paper that I have waxed with some furniture wax that I had since I run the paint store a few years back. And you can still glue it even if it's waxed. That's nice. And then some embroidery on this, and it will be nice, I think. Do like this instead, so it won't be too neat. I think I actually going to need to go and see if I can use some of those wallpaper pieces. There wasn't everyone that was very crinkly, so we might be able to take one or two and put them on these pieces. So I will do that. So I did pick up the wallpaper pieces and forgot to turn on the camera. But you haven't missed so much. I decided I wanted to do one more because I had this beautiful piece of wallpaper with brown and blue, and it goes nicely with that paper, no, that textile I did on the jelly plate. So these are some of the pieces that I found in the layers of wallpaper. So I did put on another piece of the old paper and another piece of this Halloween textile thingy. And on these I have just glued on the wallpaper pieces. So let's continue. Sorry about that, but that's kind of how my head is at the moment. I'm a bit, still a bit stressed out. My head doesn't work as it should be, but we'll take it as it comes. I guess you have noticed by now that I forget things and I can't speak English some days, but I still can craft, and that's good enough. Even if it takes a bit more time than it has done earlier. A bit slow some days. So we need some thing, kind of lace on these two, lace or maybe we could use a bit of this linen piece that I love. This is some old embroidery linen that I have found in a thrift store, and I guess I need to go and find some more of this before it, if I can get it, before it run out, so I can show it in the store and say I want this. Mostly I use everything up, and then when I'm in the store and I'm going to try to explain what I want, it had been much easier to take a piece and show. So I will try to do that this time. This is perfect to use and embroider on. Get a nice background for the embroidery. Cut off some of this mesh that is around. Doing it a little bit smaller. I think we will put it somewhere in the middle. Some blue cheesecloth. It's perfect in color with the wallpaper. we can give it a little bit of gold. Maybe I need to try it on something else first. Seems like it was clogged this time. Haven't used it for a while now. No, didn't want to. Guess I need to take another needle for that. There we go. It was just some muscles that was needed. Just dabbing on some gold dots. It's time to clean this. Okay. So I will give these a few minutes so that the gold can dry. And then I will come back and we will put on some matte medium so that we protect the old wallpaper and the old paper. And then I'm going to embroider on them a little bit too. So go grab a cup of coffee and I will be back in a few seconds. So this is how the pieces turned out, and I'm going to do some embroidery on them so I can show you that tomorrow. I won't bore you with that for an hour or so. So I'm a little slow in my embroidery. So then we will start putting in the rest in that journal, so it hopefully will be done soon enough. If you're interested, I have one of the smaller journals in my Etsy shop. All of the ladies on my list have gotten a journal now, so I thought it was the right thing to do, to give some new people a chance to get a journal. So if you're interested, you can go and check that out. There is a recording so you can see which one it is. It's the one that was a bit bigger with the journal embroidery on the front. So that was all for tonight. So I hope you got a little bit inspired and want to go and rip down some wallpaper somewhere. That's always fun. So have a nice evening, and I will be back again. Bye bye from Sweden.